My name is Blake Cangelosi, and my wife and I have been living in the Tampa Bay area for the last 8 years. We have a soon-to-be 2-year-old, and we also have a 4.5-year-old, and our dog that's running around here somewhere. And we have been in and around Tampa Bay. We have been in Pinellas County, we've been in Hillsborough County twice, and we've been with Tim Brown for almost all of it. I met Tim after I purchased my first home, and he's been my realtor ever since. I've been with Tim since 2015. Tampa Bay Heroes is able to help my family and I make this transition as easy as possible. We had to have a simultaneous closing for our first purchase. And so Tim was there. He was able to set up both the closing for the first purchase and the closing for the first sale and closing for the purchase on the same day, in the same room, with the same title company. Everything went smoothly, and he was able to actually still coordinate the moving people at my sale and get that stuff to my townhome that I purchased, and it was seamless. It was gonna be a tough day. I thought it was gonna be, my family was gonna be kind of stressed out about it. And Tampa Bay Heroes really made it very simple. We just showed up, signed our papers, and Tim took care of the rest. Tampa Bay Heroes really just kind of did everything for us, and we just signed. And that was really beneficial to us, because having to sell one and buy another on the same day was kind of, I expected it to be much more stressful than it was, and it was actually turned out to be pretty simple. So we were in the townhome for about 5 years, and it was perfect for what we needed at the time. But with the 4-year-old and the 1-year-old, we really kind of very quickly outgrew that townhome. We definitely needed some more space, and we contacted Tampa Bay Heroes, and Tim was there to our every beck and call. We knew that we needed to find a home. We needed to have certain bedroom requirements met. We needed to have some yard space. And we were getting emails daily from Tampa Bay Heroes about houses on the market. Tim was always available via text or call. Hey man, what about this place? Do you have an opportunity to meet us here? And no matter what day it was of the week, no matter what time it was, he was always available. And he made it very easy, yet again, to meet up. He would tell us that, hey, you know, that place is gonna be a few days before you can see, or hey, that place has already got an offer. And you know, he was always the one we would fall back on if we had any sort of real estate questions. He still is today, someone we fall back on for our real estate questions. He was always able to help us through those. And we worked with Tampa Bay Heroes and eventually found this home. It's not where we originally were looking, but that's because we talked through Tim and decided that we needed to find something for us, and the only place to find that was going to be here in Apollo Beach, where we currently live. And even with that, Tim was very easy to help us with that, because he set up a lot of stuff, walkthroughs, video walkthroughs. He was there at closing. He was there when we needed to ask questions about things. Hey, does this seem like it's right? Does this seem like it should be taking this long? And he was always there. Tampa Bay Heroes was always there to answer our questions when we had them. So again, finding this new home because we outgrew that past one. Again, the thing I keep coming back to is it was an easy process. Is one text away, very responsive, and it was extremely helpful for all of that. When we decided to purchase this home and move on from our townhome, Tim and I had a long discussion on potentially renting that townhome out as opposed to selling it. And I felt it was really telling of the type of individual he is and the type of company that he goes through, is the fact that he didn't tell me to sell that home, because as a realtor, he's going to make money from us selling a home. And instead, when I told him that I was considering renting it out and kind of keeping it and generating that long-term wealth, he was very gung-ho. He was very on board. And I kind of felt that was a sign that he's not in it just to make money for himself. As a realtor, realtors don't make money unless we buy or sell. And by not selling that home, we kind of missed out on some. It says a lot about Tim and Tampa Bay Heroes, the fact that he didn't tell us, oh, we need to sell, the market time is now to sell. He said, no, keep it. if you want to rent it out, make some money, absolutely keep it and go through that process. So, we talked to Tim a lot. My wife and I talked to Tim a lot, and we just decided that being able to rent it out was the way for us to go currently. And who knows? I mean, in the future, if we ever decide to sell it, Tim is going to be the man we call. Tampa Bay Heroes is going to be the way we go. And who knows when that's going to be or how that's going to go, but we know that that they already are in our mind of who we're going to use, because it's been such an easy process, and it's been very straightforward. It's not you need to sell, because that's not what it's about. It's not about Tampa Bay Heroes. It's about the actual person buying through Tampa Bay Heroes. It's not about Tim. It's about us. There's an enormous benefit to owning your own home versus renting, and honestly, I think most people know what they are, but right now, in this market, in this day and age, renting is almost more expensive than owning. The way that rents are going, it's almost worth the money that you could potentially save to buy your own home. It's more upfront, but having your own home saves you money in the long run. But not only does it save you money, there's a pride in ownership. There is this, that's my home, that's where I live. And yes, it's a little more upkeep, because if you rent somewhere, they're going to kind of help keep it up as well. But the fact that you can invite people to your home rather than, hey, do you want to come over to the place I live? There's an immense pride that comes from owning your own home. And we've owned our own home. My wife and I have owned our own homes for about, like I said, about 8 or 10 years now, and there's no other way we'd like to have it. We've owned townhomes, we've now owned a home, and we love having people to our home. We love entertaining, we love kind of showing off, but just because we enjoy it that much. We enjoy the work it takes to do the lawn. We enjoy the work it takes to kind of make the place look nice, and we enjoy the company that we have. And in the townhomes we were renting previously, or whatever, when we were living before ownership, we didn't really do that. We kind of would go out or go to someone else's home, and we truly like entertaining, and we like hosting, and having that pride and ownership by owning your own home, that really kind of steps it up another notch when it comes to that. But again, there's also the fact that when you own your own home, you're saving money in the long run. And being a teacher, money is important. Saving money is important. My wife's a NICU nurse, and we don't have all that extra free money that we can throw down the drain in renting. One of the main benefits that I really saw when working with Tampa Bay Heroes is that, and it was unexpected, but being that I'm a teacher, my wife's a nurse, Tim got to talking to us and said, because we're going through Tampa Bay Heroes, we get a 20% back towards our closing costs. And that was huge. We didn't expect it. We were kind of blindsided by some closing costs, and that was my fault. I had read something incorrectly, and the closing costs were higher than I expected. And it meant the world to be able to have that extra cash there at the end to kind of go towards closing. And unbeknownst to us as well, Tampa Bay Heroes donates $250 towards every transaction done throughout that year to a local charity. And that's not coming out of my money, that's coming out of Tim's money, that's coming out of their pocket. And that's pretty cool, because it kind of adds up throughout the year. There's a lot of sales that go on, and that's a couple $1,000s that can really go to helping someone or some local charity, depending on where it goes or what it's needed for. So giving us our money back for closing, which really was helpful, combine that with giving to those who really could use it. It's a really great opportunity to kind of give back, even though it's giving back to us, and it's Tim giving back, and it's Tampa Bay Heroes giving back. It still feels like we're kind of giving back as well, because we went through Tampa Bay Heroes that the $250 gets donated. So it's giving back to us, and it's giving back to the community of Tampa Bay. So it's a good feeling as well.